Okay, so another survival show has begun, which is great for me because I miss the Produce series and I was really looking forward to it because it would have been a girl group season, and in my opinion the girl group seasons were the best. But anyway, Island has just started and I'm here to review the first 2 episodes and just talk about the show in general. First off, I was expecting the show to have a lot more trainees. I thought like maybe 60 or 40 even. But they decided to go with a much smaller number, with having only 23 trainees show up. They arrived either solo, in pairs, or in a group of 3. Also, can we just talk about this building? Like, what the heck is this building? It's this big cube in the middle of the woods. I'm really confused on if it was built for this or if they just repurposed it, but anyway. So there are 23 trainees, but only 12 are allowed to stay in the main house and the rest have this little extra practice area called the ground, which is basically just a redemption house. So all 23 start the show with auditioning to be one of the 12 who enter the house. But I hated the voting system. Basically they let all the trainees decide who gets in the house. But the execution was just flawed in my opinion. I felt like it didn't allow everyone to go with their gut. You see someone raise their hand, so you just follow suit, and I don't think that was the best method. I also didn't like how you had to make a decision before seeing everyone's audition. That's why going first was so important. But everyone obviously can't go first. So then you just vote nicely in the beginning, but when good people show up in the end you're pressed for slots. And that's definitely what happened. The performances I liked were Sung-hoon and Jae performing 7 Sense Taste, Nikki performing Jopping, Heesung performing Boss. By the way, I love all the SM honestly. Daniel performing Any Song, and it was cute that Zico was a judge. Sungchul, GBM, and Jimin performing Shootout, Jianu performing Chained Up, and I thought Sunu, Youngbin, and Jake performing Crown were good. So then the trainees picked 16 to go to the house instead of 12 to go to the house. But then later they just voted out 4, so I don't know why they didn't just eliminate 4 at the opening stage. But what was so funny to me is when Nikki voted for Taki to be eliminated. Just how Taki was like, I love Nikki. I feel safe with him. But then Nikki voted for him to get cut, lol. But it was really interesting to watch how in the actual bunker the trainers kind of pleaded their case and made alliances by talking to each other in secret to make sure they could stay in the group of 12, which just added a cool element that I haven't seen in other survival shows. So in the next episode they were trying to practice for the signal song and they assigned positions and stuff like that. Also, just a side note, the theme song or the signal song sounds like a TXT reject. But like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just feel like this was in the TXT song vault and they just used it for this. But there was drama that went down in episode 2. Heesung did 2 things to get the trainees triggered, I guess. 1. He changed the dance a bit, as we can see from editing. It looked like at least one move he changed. But in the final performance they changed it back, so I don't see what the big deal was. They could have just been like, hey, we think we should stick to the video, and he probably would have just been like okay, which ended up happening anyway because they changed it back. So that was kind of blown out of proportion in my opinion. And 2. He made Young Ben feel bad because in the dance practice Heesung made everyone dance alone to see the progress of each member. Which is smart. Like he was trying to correct the people who were doing the dance a little wrong. But Young Ben danced and it wasn't the best, and all Heesung said was, I think you should dance with more confidence. I think the only thing holding you back is that you're not that confident when dancing. Which is true. Young Ben even said it himself that he was a bit insecure with dancing. Then Young Ben cried after practice because he felt like Heesung didn't need to make him dance alone. Young Ben then got the trainees together and then they voted Heesung out of the center part. What? Like, that was so unnecessary. It's not like Heesung was being malicious. He just wanted to see everyone dance to fix mistakes, which is what happens in the real world. I felt like they did him so dirty. But they then gave the center part to Nikki and Heesung got part 10 with 1 line. They then did a practice performance for the mentor and the mentor said that Nikki wasn't strong vocally for the center part. So most of the trainees were then like, oh, I think we should go back to have Hisung as center. Like really? Oh, so now you need him. But y'all were really quick to vote him out. Anyway, Nikki didn't give up the center position. They then did their real performance, and in the end Nikki didn't perform well, so like karma, I guess. But we have to wait and see what the rankings are in the next episode, which 6 trainees will be cut and moved to the ground. But that was my episode 1 and 2 recap. I'll continue to watch the show because I'm invested. See you in the next videos. Bye.